There is one simple reason why the price of Bitcoin is just going to keep going up. It's obvious, it's simple, and it's very real and powerful. I'll be discussing that in today's video. Also, MicroStrategy seems to be completely addicted to buying Bitcoin. Also, some big NFT news for you too, so make sure to watch the whole video to get all of the goods. My name is Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to learn some more about and maybe just stay up to date with, then you should definitely subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, if you can take a quick second to tap on that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, that'd be pretty gosh darn awesome, to be honest. And of course, anybody who'd like to get a notification should click on that notification bell so that YouTube will let you know about a new video. By the way, right now, Unstoppable Domains is doing an insane Cyber Monday sale. Buy one, get one free NFT-based cryptocurrency domain. Now you can go out and get your own personal domain, johnsmith.bitcoin, or you can buy domains to flip, beer.nft, moon.coin, whatever it may be. Buy one, get one free. Very limited time offer. Click on the link down below where you can get your unstoppable domain today. Now let's talk about the price of Bitcoin. Our favorite topic, the price of Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing today, man? Well, we can see here, Bitcoin did come up very close here to the descending line of resistance here, this key trend line that is kind of the area I really want to see Bitcoin crush above. We came up pretty close to retesting that. We didn't quite get there. Price came back down, now sitting right around this key area of resistance at $57,500. Of course, resistance from back in the day here in mid-October. Be interesting to see if we can finally crack above this trend line. Our first attempt to reach up to it and jump over that barrier didn't quite happen. That is where I'm watching, though. I think once we do break out of this trend line right here, well, then I think we're going to get back into a more bullish territory for Bitcoin. Obviously, I want to see this trend line holding. I think this is very important. If we lose that in a significant way, then we might be in for some more bearish price action heading forward for Bitcoin. But we have not done that. In fact, we had a beautiful bounce off it as we talked about in yesterday's video. Now, of course, we're just waiting for this trend line to get crushed. And then, of course, for us to finally close back above $61,000, then we start talking about nailing some new all-time highs for Bitcoin, getting past, of course, the $69,000 top. It's a very fitting number, top-wise. Couldn't have done any better myself. Fantastic. Let's get to 70,000, though. Let's get to 100,000. It's only a matter of time, of course. Especially when you consider what we're going to talk about in today's video news-wise. But yeah, that's what we're watching right now on the technicals for Bitcoin. Also, the guys over at Glassnode made this beautiful chart here for you, looking at the price drawdowns from all-time highs for 2021. You can have a look here. What happened, of course, we had our first big run-up. January is 29%. February, we had a new all-time high, followed by a 24% dip. April, new all-time high, 29.5% dip. Then May, July, of course, was 54% down from an all-time high. That was, of course, an incredible buying opportunity. I hope you bought the dip. I hope you bought that dip. I was buying that dip. I know a lot of you guys were too. Of course, September saw a big run-up, down 37.2%. November, 21.8%, or it was about 22%, I think, something like that. But just puts it in perspective for you. This is actually one of the shallowest and least severe corrections this year. Which means two things. One, the market is very bullish. Two, it could still get worse. There's always that to keep in mind. Like I said, when that big trend line that we've been on for a couple months now to hold, we shall see if it does, obviously, if it gets worse situation. But I think on the flip side, what have we seen happening? We've seen a lot of bullish narratives building in the market. We've seen a lot of money coming in and buying Bitcoin. The amount of Bitcoin on exchanges just keeps going down. It's not going up in any significant way. You might have a little spike once in a while, but for the most part, it's just down, meaning that people are buying Bitcoin, taking it off exchanges, dumping in their cold wallets, and it's gone. It's gone. Those people who are buying Bitcoin at $55,000, $60,000, they're not likely to be in it for a quick 5-10% flip. If they were, they would just leave it on the exchange. These guys are getting property, staking a claim, taking that long-term view that Bitcoin will be $1 million asset one of these days. Of course, $100,000 first, obviously, before we start getting too high on the moon juice here. But just some perspective for you on that market correction we had. And obviously, we've had a nice bounce now, but still, it was the shallowest correction this year. And in terms of an overall Bitcoin bull market correction, on the shallower end of them. Now, let's talk about some quick NFT news before we dive into the big stuff for today. AMC and Sony are teaming up to launch Spider-Man NFTs for their film premiere. Obviously, AMC has been, getting all kinds of up in the business of the crypto scene. They started taking cryptocurrency payments for tickets. So they're going to take Bitcoin, they're going to take Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin as well. So you'll be able to buy tickets at AMC using a variety of different cryptocurrencies. Now they're saying, hey, we're going to start working with major film brands to do NFT releases. And this is one of those things I've always just thought was such an obvious use case for NFTs. You go to a movie, you watch a movie, you get an NFT, or you get a chance to get an NFT. You have to buy a Coke or something, and on the back there's a QR code that you scan, and 1 in 10 cups of Coke gets an NFT, and 1 in 10,000 is a rare NFT, and 1 in a million is like the ultra rare NFT. It's worth thousands of dollars. Makes it fun, gamifies the experience for people. And of course, everybody wants NFTs these days. So that's a smart partnership. I think we're going to see a lot more films doing that, to be honest. In fact, I feel like in the future, every film is going to do this, or all the big ones anyway, the big Hollywood superhero films and stuff like that. And fast forward 10 or 20 years, there's no way that you're going to convince me that a first edition NFT from a Superman movie or a Spider-Man movie or whatever it might be is not going to retain value and be worth more in the future to collectors. Of course it will be, just like cards and stuff are. So pretty cool news. I like that. DeFi total value locked has hit a new all-time high. Of course, money just keeps pouring into the DeFi market because it's so damn profitable. Stablecoin rates are insane. Liquidity providing is super lucrative. Staking is massively lucrative. So much money being made in DeFi right now. It's insane. However, as this article says, Metaverse tokens could be showing signs of exhaustion. This market moves in waves. Something gets hypey and trendy and everyone's talking about it. And then a couple months later, cools off. We've seen this in many iterations already this year. We had Layer 1 season. We had NFT season. We had DeFi 2.0 season, which is kind of ongoing right now. We, of course, Metaverse season, gaming season. All this stuff tends to pump at different times. There's so many different sectors of the market that are actually getting to be important. They actually have value in of themselves and can, to an extent anyway, move on their own in relation to what Bitcoin is doing in the market. But look, I just want to say, if the Metaverse tokens do end up getting into their point of exhaustion and see some big corrections, well, of course that was going to come. That's not a big surprise. I remain very bullish on the whole concept of these Metaverse coins, these Metaverse worlds. I think these are all going to go on to do very, very well. Have things got a bit crazy recently? Sure. Can they get crazier? Yes. Will there be pullbacks? Of course there will. Remember what you're investing in and take that sort of longer term view on some of this stuff. The Metaverse stuff, it's still so new. Where is it going to be in 5 years? Where is it going to be in 10 years? Probably a heck of a lot bigger than it is right now. Okay, MicroStrategy, just quick. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor is a madman. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. One of us. This guy just can't stop stacking Bitcoin. You see, regular people, they stack sats, right? Because Bitcoin is expensive these days. It's not every person that can just run out and buy a Bitcoin, just one Bitcoin for a lot of people. That's a heck of a lot of money. MicroStrategy, they buy Bitcoin by the hundreds or the thousands. Well, they just bought another 7,000 freaking Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. They now have like 121,000 Bitcoin or something like that. Absolute craziness. This is going to be, I'm telling you, the corporate play of the year. When Bitcoin is worth $1 million a piece, this will be the most genius move ever that's happened in company history. It'll be just go down in the legend books, man. And I feel like he's not done buying. No, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, they're just going to keep buying more Bitcoin. I wonder if they're going for 210,000 Bitcoin. That would be a significant chunk of the supply. Let's keep that real. That'd be a big, big move if they did that. Now, let's talk about the simple fact why Bitcoin is going to keep going up. It's central bank insanity. It's inflation. It's inflation. So this whole Omicron thing, this new variant of COVID, is out and about and spooking the markets. And of course, what is the reaction of the Federal Reserve? Will be really central banks around the world. The Federal Reserve, of course, just one of the biggest in terms of this kind of insanity, but other central banks, of course, will follow suit. So what is the reaction? How do they fight the problem? By printing more money. By printing more money. Jerome Powell came out and said, well, got some more COVID around, so I guess that's going to make our inflation kind of be, just going on forever. Paraphrasing, of course, he used some more serious words to describe that, but that's the long and short of it. Inflation's here to stay. Inflation's not going anywhere. Remember, they said inflation was transitory years ago. It's only going up, and the more lockdowns and COVIDs and all this crazy stuff that keeps happening, the more they will print money, because the central banks seem to believe that you solve the problems caused by printing money by printing more money. I guess it's the old thing that when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And that's all they can see. They're a hammer and everything's a nail. And so they just keep printing money. More inflation, even at the current rates, at 6.2% inflation, that's devastating. That means that any cash you hold, this is for US dollars, of course, depends on what other country you're in, but at 6.2%, any cash that you hold in the bank will be worth half in 11 years. That's not that long. From an investor's perspective, that's not that long. You as an investor should be taking these longer time frames. Where's your asset going to be in 5 years? Where's your asset going to be in 10 years? Where are your cash reserves going to be in 10 years? And it doesn't look pretty. Holy cow. Of course, opt out, buy Bitcoin. There's a reason why Bitcoin is just going to keep going up over time, because fiat is just going to keep going down. They're like this, right? There's opposite directions. They keep printing money. They keep just pushing this fiscal insanity on the world. More money printing, more insanity. And when you realize that that's what's happening, well, wouldn't you want to be holding basically the world's best inflation hedge, Bitcoin? I know I do. Because of the insanity of fiat, Bitcoin is just such an obvious buy and hold scenario. And look, we've covered so many countries on this channel, Turkey and Lebanon and so many other places. Argentina, they're the basket cases, right? Because they have 30, 40, 50% or more inflation. 6.2% might not sound so dramatic, but it's bad. And it's probably going to get worse. This is the thing. This is probably going to get worse because the Federal Reserve they can't control it. It's either a situation of the people in charge are either doing this on purpose, destroying everyone's wealth in order to print more money for them and their mates, which is highly likely, or they're total idiots. They're probably total idiots who are also printing money in order to give money to their mates and destroy everyone's wealth. Probably both in this situation. But in that world, I want to hold Bitcoin. I like what MC Diesel says here, by the way. I may literally never sell my Bitcoin. I might sell everything else, but I might hold it forever. That's how winning is done. That is how winning is done. Get your Bitcoin, hold on to it, and then just chill. Stack sats and chill. Sit back and wait, man. It's all you got to do. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis for the day. Your question: do you think that inflation's ever going to be got under control? Or is this just one of those things that just, it's a runaway train, man? And get off the train because it's going to go over a bridge. Curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.